So right now what we'll do is our zip zap zop warm up.
I'm gonna zip zap you.
I'm gonna zap you.
I'm gonna zap zap zip you. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm pursuing my dream, absolutely. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm having the time of my life.
Zippy.
I love to make people laugh. I have a humorous streak in me.
Zip.
I don't know where that came from, because it sure as hell didn't come from my parents.
Bert Sanders didn't have a clue. Essie Neff didn't either. Neither of them knew there was an inner star clamoring for a stage.
I do not think we can top that. We have to call scene on that. So everybody, let's up and at 'em. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just file out into the gallery.
This is NoHo Senior Artist Colony in North Hollywood, California, where it's never too late to be an artist, and where aging itself has become an art form.
Just because I'm 80 years old and I'm a blonde doesn't mean I color my hair.
They got you in for 20 to life.
Today, one of the workshops, improv.
Well, then what are we doing? What are we doing? And scene. Great.
The inspiration? The works of one of their own, emerging artist, 90-year-old Walter Hurlburt, who admits he's a little baffled by the whole make-it-up-as-you-go-along thing.
What do you think of the whole improv based on your paintings?
Well, it's better this time than it was the last time.
Also,
Because they let me talk this time.
usually you have nothing? You have no lines usually?
No.
No.
Funny, engaging, unexpected. This is all about promoting healthy aging through the arts. No sticking macaroni on paper around here. The program is called Engage, and you name it. Everything from comedy writing to traditional storytelling. It offers college-level arts courses in more than 30 senior communities in Southern California. Kind of like going to college when you're 80, where there aren't any finals, but there's always a finale. Walter moved into this artist colony after his wife died, intrigued by the promise of a creative life, of the notion that there is still so much more to learn.
If you have any worries and any insecurity, which everybody has, when you're painting, that's all pushed aside. It's fulfilling. That's probably the word.
Walter once made a good living as a sign painter. He painted commercial signs. But here, after taking as many art courses as he could, he discovered a whole new side of himself. Walter, the artist.
And why do you like the idea of learning well into, for the rest of your life?
Yeah, well, what's the alternative? One thing about painting, it's like a musician. You can go as long as you live, and I'm doing just that.
Play with it a little bit more. It just goes. It's good for impressionists. That's how they paint.
Yes.
In the next room, Sally Connors is learning to master still life. She used to call herself a stay-at-home mom and then teacher. She's still getting used to calling herself an artist.
Artists were those people that the sun shone on, and I didn't realize that anyone could put paint on canvas and be an artist.
And now she's adding writer to her resume. Sally's working on the third round of revisions of her murder mystery. Third time's a charm, she says. The goal, to have it published at the ripe old age of 82.
I think it's the stretching of the brain, being challenged to do something that you have not done before, or to do something that you've done before but do it better, and always having a goal.
This is this, okay? When you think of yourself and you think of aging, what do you think?
Nothing. I don't think of aging. I don't know even what you mean.
Getting older.
I'm not getting older, I'm getting better.
The soul-stirring benefits of the arts also have real mental and physical benefits too. Research from these centers proves seniors who take part in these high-level arts programs have better cognitive function, visit the doctor less, take less medication, and live independently far longer. And they're happier. because they're not only living, they're learning.
And just thought about how can we change the box of this.
All of this is the brainchild of this man, Tim Carpenter. The idea came to him in a classic light bulb moment after visiting a regular senior's home.
The first one I walked into, I sat next to this guy who was one of the most interesting people I'd ever met in my life, and he took 3.5 hours to tell me his life story, and I walked over to the wall and pulled the calendar down and said, "What do you do here, John?" And he says, "I'm slowly dying, basically." And the calendar had stuff on it like bingo and donuts, which was fairly common at the time. You don't have to be a genius to jump over that bar to do something better than bingo and donuts.
How did he do it? Grants and land subsidies got builders to build the residences.
So this is the studio?
Developer fees and fundraising cover the ongoing cost of all the programs. And the rent is not only affordable, but in some cases aimed at low-income seniors.
The idea is to make it professional college level on a semester basis, have high expectations, and have them really utilize these skills in real life.
And why is it so important to challenge them like that?
Because they haven't been before, and it makes no sense. You know, the idea that suddenly someone becomes 55 or 60 or 65 years old and they have no goals or aspirations anymore, and they need to just sit in a corner and have someone bring them stuff to put on construction paper is ridiculous.
The NoHo Artist Colony is the newest and the jewel in the crown to Tim, all because of this.
And this is?
So this is the theater. Yep. So this is a 77-seat,
wow,
state-of-the-art theater, full lighting kit, sound, plug and play. This is the moment that I love to watch people's faces, frankly, is that moment where you just walked in the door and people's jaw hits the floor and they think, this is inside a senior housing building.
Right.
A professional theater company makes its home here. When it's not performing, residents use this stage for their own productions.
What is it about the arts that stimulates people and keeps them with that cognitive edge that you talked about, and physiologically keeps them healthier too?
Yeah, I think it's really about the art of being a human being. I think that we were put on this planet to create beauty and create deep understanding and why we're here. We start asking larger questions as we get older. You know, the idea of why, when you have less time left with your life, becomes extremely important.
I'm going to try something.
Time. There was never enough of it when Essie was raising her 4 children and studying to get her PhD in psychology and then working full-time. It's time now, she says, to nurture the wannabe artist that was always there.
It's really a dream come true, you know. It's been an inspiration to be here. And the community of people, you know, when I look around at who's here, I would say everybody is my very good friend.
Good friends, like Bert.
This is great. This is a dream. This is a dream where I can come to a place and be who I really am.
Robert, you want to do a scene with Bert?
Sure.
Excellent.
Between the square and the round, I don't know where the hell I fit in.
Proof of how serious this learning is. Remember, there are no final exams, but it's not just for the heck of it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second Studio Theater in Hollywood.
Look at this. Essie and Bert and a cast of others find themselves on one of Hollywood's most well-known improv stages. Who hasn't heard of Second City?
Essie, sing it. Before boyfriends, cocktails.
Before boyfriends, I had lots of cocktails.
This is really much more than a second act. It's a second life, a joyous, meaningful one.
Or give me a sensation.
Until that final curtain call.
A lot of fuzz. See?
Joanna Brimmeliotis, CBC News, Los Angeles.